Well, hello everybody and welcome back to day 4 of my Let's Play the game known as Star Systems, episode 524. We're doing IAE Expo today. It's Galactica, Galact, I think, Aopoa, Banu and Ispan. If I turn around very quickly you can see that. See, this day, and I think the door just opened. Voila. Okay, looks like the video's working today. Today, I believe, is generally the shortest day, so this might be like a half-an-hour episode finally. But the next day is RSI, so unfortunately, that's going to be a big day, so I doubt I can put in one episode. I wouldn't mind, but depending on time, since I'm trying to do these, obviously, daily for you. Because again, I'm recording this on the 25th of November. I believe this will be Wednesday's episode. And when obviously I'm recording this on Monday, so it's only like a day or two out. Tuesdays I've already just scheduled, of course, will stay free. So day 4 will be Wednesday. What I wouldn't mind to do if it's possible, but again I don't know if it's possible, if it's only 30 minutes, is to, like I said, you know that, how was it called? I've gone blank. The actual name of it, the Academy thing I talked about last episode. To do that with SupernovaTiffy, because according to mine, I've got the tutorial done and I have IE done. So I'm missing one. Tiffy's only has IE done. So that means we need, for some reason, like I don't understand why it's not done, because if you look at contracts, I basically need to do hauling, yes, and I've not done that at all, so that's the one. So that should get me number 3, so Tiffy needs that, I'll get her number 2. But then it's bounty hunting. Oh, it's there now. It wasn't there when I looked at it yesterday after we did the episode. But my thing is, I've done bounty hunting this patch. Well, not this patch, but this is 24.0. I think it was on a couple episodes ago. Activate bounty evolution. Okay, so apparently I think that's the one I need to do. So the episode of Tiffy, so that will give me 4 of them, be only 3, and that will give Tiffy 3. Just to be safe. So I wouldn't mind if we have time and show at the end of this episode of doing that tonight, but we're also trying to get IAE completed. We end up missing Saturday. I've done an in-story reason why we missed a week. Because in that real life, it's basically I could get Tiffy on it because she's so tired because again real life things and stuff. So if we can get that, I want to finish that half an hour tonight, and then if we can convince her to do this quick, I might be able to put it on the end of this. If not, this might just be put at the end once we get it done. Because I don't think any other episodes of the IE is going to give me enough space without making it a 2-hour episode or a 2.5-hour episode. Where this is going to be hopefully 30-40 minutes, 30-40 minutes for that. Should be fine, but we'll see. So if you got that at the end of this, that's why. And obviously, as long as the servers don't, pardon the French, crap themselves and allow us to do it, okay. The basic tracking thing's easy as pie. And I haven't done the hauling for, but I'm assuming it's pick a box up to take it and deliver. Some I've done multiple times with other thingies, in other versions of the game. But obviously the problem with it is, if the server decides to, again, hence crap itself, you know, they won't accept the box falls through the ship, stuff like that. You know, the bounty won't spawn, or that's where the problem will be, getting these two. The other one we could do is mining, but I feel mining's even more complicated, more emphasis for the server to mess us up. You know, we got to go and find the stuff, we then got to do it with the little bar, and the server's crapping itself. Could make it almost impossible to do, for example, and then if we get it, we've got to get back with it. I just think there's just too much things. There is an option for that though. You can do prison mining. So worst case scenario, we could go out there, do a crime. Maybe I shoot SupernovaTiffy and out of group she shoots me. Get us off rest to go there and do some prison mining if we have to. But then the other thing to that is getting back to the IE on time. So it's like catch-22. I prefer not to do that. We don't have to. So yeah, we might have them after this episode, but we'll see, because I believe today's the shortest day, and this is the day that, depending how things land, I can quite have to squeeze it with a second day. Like normally this has been full day. Well, when I say full day, they're all full days. Half an episode, full episode. Half an ish episode. But I think RSI is going to be too big to combine with it. I'm trying to look at the other one, that one will be too big. Is it Zephyr then? Yeah, I got a feeling when in the past this has landed with this, and I managed to get them on the same episode, and it's been roughly about the size of this. Like this has taken an hour 20, that might have took an hour 30, so 10 minutes wasn't too bad or something. And then we got Origin, which is only a big day. Anvil's a huge day. So yeah, I would ideally like to put at the end of this episode, but we'll see. I may not have time because we've got to get IWD done, and with time and test to put these up weekly. Like obviously, if I was going to do what I normally do, how I've done these for the past few years, as we explained in other episodes, very quickly. You know, this went up say this week, this was next week, this was the week after, this was the week after. That means as I'm recording this is 3 weeks away of going for the channel normally, instead of being what this is going to be Wednesday's episode, so 2 days away. So it was a bit of more of a time restraint. Apparently, we're going to start off with a nice bit of food. So of course, it's the Alien Week. A nice little look here, quickly. To play running past. Word today. While I was loading up here, I got to the elevator. Before I started loading SupernovaTiffy up so I could run her here. So she's obviously, because then we have to go to 5 of these minimums at the badge on the website. So she's done that for the day. This was so much laggier. As you can see, one room, down room. And if I'm not mistaken, there's nothing huge with this. They're basically. There's a couple of exceptions, but they're basically like one or two seaters, barely the interiors. Like the Blade's 1-seater, the Banu Defender has a 2-seater, it's a very small interior. Blade 1-seater. They probably got that new, I think it's a Sullivan. That's got an interior as a starter ship, so that's got a bit of interior. So that's probably the newest one here for the Aliens, and that came last year. That's got a 1-seater, 1-seater. Okay, I could be mixing between these two up. One of these has an interior. The Prowler. That's the only one with an interior, but again, it's not too big. Nox, again, no interior. Merchant Man. Obviously, when the Merchant Man comes out, obviously that's in the concept phase. When that finally comes out, that's going to be huge. That's going to make this a full episode day when that finally comes out. But until that comes out, or they add some more interior aliens, and the other interior aliens obviously miss because they use their technology, but I mean these are probably replicas of real alien ships in game. So with the exception of Merchantman, until that comes out or something in between comes out, this is a shortish day. What's good? It's nice to get a shorter day. Okay, I think what we'll do. Yeah, that's the. If I'm not mistaken, that's the starter ship. Came out last year, so that's got a bit of interior too. That's might have the biggest interior now. I mean, the hardest one to get around because the Prowler's probably got the biggest one out of the two, that one. But I'm not so mistaken, that might have the biggest one. And then the Prowler, and then of course the Banu. Everything else doesn't have interior other than seats. So let's do this as quick as possible. I'll go and do downstairs quick, and then we'll come back up and go left all the way around. Like I said, we're 8 minutes now. I've wasted a little bit more time basically explaining what we might do in the episode. And some other stuff, so. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that in, but if we don't, and this ends up being a short episode, that's the reason why. We just get time to do it, so we've also the channel and real life things. So Tiff's also trying to show our dentist insurance out too right now, so she's busy with that. Apparently we just found out, for example, the place we go, they won't, well, how did she explain it? They will accept our insurance, but this is for Aurora going. But if she wiggles too much, they won't do her, and then they'll still charge us for the visit. So in a way, she needs to go to a proper, I think Tiffy called it a pediatrician dentist. I think that's how she described it. And if we go to a proper pediatrician and dentist, apparently they'll work with her. I don't know, hold it down or anything, but they'll work with her and work through the wiggling and all that stuff. But that particular one, so in other words, she's got to go somewhere else to us, won't accept our insurance. And because of the pregnancy with Freya, because I'm lucky in a sense, I've never had a filling in my life to this point, touch wood and stuff. My biggest problem is my gums. They said they're on the verge of very easily getting gum disease, but I don't have it yet if I don't stay on top of it. That's my only biggest problem, so I've got to stay on top of it, and I used to have to do every 3 months to clean to stay on top of it. Now that they suggested 6 months, so it's my first 6-month one since I've been here. Otherwise we would be going back in December. SupernovaTiffy, she's had fillings, and she even apparently had I think I would get mixed up, a pig or a cow tooth. Apparently replaced one of hers when she was younger. But she's had a few fillings in the past. And basically, after the pregnancy, she went to the dentist, and all of a sudden, I think you need 8 fillings replaced. Before the pregnancy, it was fine. Apparently, pregnancies can weaken teeth and stuff. As she knows a friend who lost 2 or 3 teeth because of pregnancy. I wasn't aware of that, but apparently you can. And the trouble with that is, then they had to do it's like 2 at the top and in one session, 2 at the bottom, one session, and 2 at the top, one session, and 2 at the bottom, another session. And because of the way insurance is and money, because of the way America does it, we can only afford her to do basically 1 set. So basically, class has 2 sets. So the left side say top 2, bottom 2, 1 set. We afford to do that this year, and that's what she's had done. And then when insurance rolls over next year, we're upping it to cover the right side. And this is where the problem is. Now Aurora's needs to be in it, but apparently you can't have 2 different insurances for them, Tiffy said, for some reason. Well, also, it would be more money anyway, so she needs to be in our insurance, so to go to this other place, they won't accept it, so we need to find another one, even though it was all set for Tiffy's rollover to get these done at the start of the year, and just a mess. So she's apparently phoning people, going through different things right now, on top of working, and obviously we've got to finish IAE off tonight, and then, like I said, do this in Star Citizen, see how much time right now. Anyway, let's focus on the episode, otherwise this is going to be an hour episode anyway. Apollo Nox Racing, as it says, hit the skids with a 2947 Nox, a speedy and manoeuvrable open canopy racer from Apollo, or Apollo, is capable of zipping along planet surfaces or deep space. Available for the first time in human space, the Nox has been specifically redesigned for human pilots and ready to race. I believe we own a Nox. So you can see there's Apollo Nox. That's also the Nox Racing. Are these all racing? Because they have another variant of this? Yeah, okay, these are all the same variants. Okay, so the middle would be the best to sit on if I can. So you can see these are like dragonflies. If I can get on for you. Oh, that's right. Oh, come on, I want to get in the seat. This one's a seat. Maybe I can get on this one. Maybe they're falling too hard to get on. I don't think they should be this. Oh, there we go. Here we go, people. And see that at the back, that like armor popped up. That's pretty cool for your back. These are like dragonflies, but obviously more racing, so they're a little faster and obviously a lot more streamlined. Theoretically, I believe this works for everything that's basically the Gravtech technology. So dragonflies are for a fact. For these, I think it works too. It can be like a little snub fighter in space, as long as you've got a helmet on. Obviously, right now I don't have my helmet on, so right now it would not work that way. I would die right now, but once I have my helmet on and stuff, I use this little snub fighter in space. I can land it on a planet and be safe, but I can't take off from it. So in other words, I have to get this in a ship so it can take me off the planet. Obviously, it's got some nice guns on it, what I think are better than Dragonfly, but at the same time, this, as you can tell, this is a single-seater. Dragonfly is meant to be... Dragonfly's what Drake used to see when we get to Drake. Is meant to be 2-seater, because you have someone sitting in the back, and they can technically supposed to be, I don't know if they can right now, we never tested it, but they are supposed to be eventually, if they can't now, hold a gun in the back and be able to fire still while he's got the little guns. So yeah, there is the Nox. Okay, so back. Oh, I was going to grab a drink, wasn't I? Before we start talking, when I got talking about the dentist and stuff, fudge. Should be okay, I hope. There's some nice, I think, is that Pembroke armor? That player? Beautiful. Okay, there's the Banuman. So again, the Banuman, basically it's a merchant ship. Obviously it's done by the Banu. It's supposed to have little shops inside, so theoretically it's a mobile mall, so to speak. And so it pulls up to the thing. This is one thing I heard recently, well, a while back, when they introduced to crafting in shops. They're like, oh, the Banuman's useless now. Why? Why is it useless? If anything, the Banuman's even more useful, because then they can physically fly to the customers versus like, oh, I want to go buy this, but to buy this I got to go to Pyro. Okay, sorry about that, cut that out. So Tiffy came behind, and she's behind like this with some papers. And I'm like, seriously, what are you doing? And I'm sorry, I'm trying to be quiet. You went the opposite to be quiet there. So I had to cut out what I was saying there. Fudge. I hate when I get interrupted in the middle of, you know, when I'm really flowing. I don't know what to cut out or what, because obviously I can't put anything pro until I finished. So basically, if I end up repeating something here, I apologise. So Banuman, basic concept of it. Flying Mall, I think that would have stayed on. I was talking about... Fudge. I said about the thing I heard before, I think that would have stayed on. Oh, the crafting. Having new shops. And I was using an example, wasn't I? Where there's basically people turn around and saying now, for some reason, that, oh, this ship's useless now because of that. Like, to me, I don't understand why. It makes no sense to me. Because, to me, it's like, I was using an example. So if you're hearing this twice, I apologise, but it's during this that's happened. Basically, you know, I want to buy this new item, and I see, oh, there's someone selling Pyro. I don't really want to go to Pyro. But then the Banu pulls up, and hey, he's got the item. Why am I going to go to Pyro now? Why, he's got it. That sort of thing. Or he's got something similar. Okay, risk, do I get it from the guy who just pulled up here, and then I can buy it and go off and do what I want? Or do I risk going to Pyro to get this slightly better item? You know, reward risks. So that's the things, that's why I feel Banus, if they're doing the job right, they will come to you. And I don't mean you personally, like, they'll make a thing like, oh, we're going to be at new baggage on Mondays when we play for 2 hours, and then maybe they play for 4 hours that day, and either 2 hours they do some other stuff. Or on Wednesdays I also play, and I'll be at, I don't know, I've gone blankly with names. Crusader. You know, and I'll be there for 2 hours, or an hour or something. And then you know they're going to be there, and they can hopefully advertise what they're going to have. Or if you're a regular customer, you know, oh, I go there Wednesdays, I have a little peek what they got before I head off and try and get one even for Pyro. And maybe even talk to the owner. Oh, you know, I really want one of these thingies, but they're in Pyro. And he's like, yeah, maybe I can get one by next week for you. And then you show up next week and he's got you one. Because he's either gone off and done it on his own to get it for you and done the Pyro trip, or depending how hands-on the guy wants to be, or the girl, so to speak, wants to be, I can see these being really useful if a player's using it correctly. Basically, go to the customer. Make it well known they're going to show up. And the reason I say this, because I used to play Star Wars Galaxies, and I remember we would always go to the main city, and that's where most players would advertise. And that, I'm sure, gets a Star Wars. I'm sure Star Citizen's going to have something similar. There'll be a part in the game where most people get to know, and that's where most people go to sell stuff. And that will end up being like a massive thing. They'll be like, and people do it in Warcraft too. They go to a certain city and they start advertising stuff. So I feel it'll be the same thing. So when I used to go there and I'd be like, you know, I'm slicing 8k per weapon, etc. Or I'm selling spices for whatever. They can come here and, yeah, got that brand new tier 5, whatever gun it's called, selling it for 100k, or best offers, sort of thing. And that'll be like the go-to place. Like, you know, you get up in the morning, you're based in Stanton, and you're like, okay, before I go off and do my stuff, I'm going to go and check out the local area where these normally pull up, and boom, boom, oh wow, that's the gun I've been wanting, yes, etc. Or, nothing I particularly want here. Time to go and do my missions today. And again, it doesn't have to be just standing with Pacific. There could be some that's set up specifically in Pyro. And there could be some who don't mind going, you know, oh, like I said, Monday I'm going to be here in Stanton. Tuesday I play and I'll be in Pyro. Wednesday I'll be in one of the other systems that's come online. Mix or something. Like, to me, that's why these are going to be big, and these are not useless. Because again, there's a lot of travel in this game. And if they can bring it to you, so to speak, or you know, oh well, I can head to Crusader when I'm based in the space station in Houston, or I go all the way to Nyx, or all the way to Pyro, when I just want to grab this thing quick and then do some missions in Stanton. Where are you going to go? Why are you going to go past that to go there, unless they really beat them on price? Okay, I believe medium fighter, am I right? Cargo. I am wrong. Cargo. The Gatacs first rate into the human market. They're railing. There's an elegant interspecies vessel, perfect for the human or Zinni pilot, looking for a safe, reliable solution for commercial grade medium cargo hauling. And it's prime example of why the Zinni Empire has trusted House Gatac with production of its industrial vessels for centuries. So yeah, there's a design I own, the smallest Zinni ship, the lightest one. It has a similar design. I'll read the thing for you, see what they physically say. But yeah, I see if you have this ship and you're into that type of gameplay, This could be very profitable for you. And there's nothing that's stopping you renting your shops out to people. Like, this could be like a little small organisation guild, or maybe the person who owns this, like, I've got 2 shops to rent, I'm using these 2 myself personally, but I've got 2 to rent. IVATOPIA, you want to get into selling? If you put your stuff in the shop and, you know, come with me on Mondays and Wednesdays, you know, you can sell your stuff or something. You never know, it could be stuff like that. Depends on however they want to use it. Okay, Banu traders are renowned for their merchant prowess, travelling the space lanes and trading with everyone they meet. Their steady, dedicated trading ships have proven themselves a vessel ideally suited to the task, and are so prized that they are frequently passed down from generation to generation of Banu. Like, for me personally, this type of gameplay, it doesn't really suit me. But for people who really want to do that gameplay, it's not obsolete at all. If anything, this is going to be like the shining scenario of making it better than shops, if they use it correctly. And of course, this is one of, I think we established it was the Hammerhead. No, it wasn't the Hammerhead, was it? It was the fudge. Kraken. I think we established the Kraken wasn't that has a kit that turns it into something similar, but so that'll be his main competition if that's the correct shit. Well, that's what I'm saying. So them being obsolete because of shops, bull, absolutely bull rubbish. We're not having shops that. Because that's the thing with Star Wars Galaxy, they had 2 types of shops. Most MMOs have 1 type. Star Wars Galaxies had the global one that was separate to the individual shop ones. Yes, you could attach your item to the global and you could attach it to your shop, I believe. But a lot of players with good, really rare stuff did their own personal shops. And you had to physically go to that shop to do it. They would maybe put a few items on the global where they were like, oh, we also have in the description this, and this item you must come to. And they would put the coordinates of the ship to entice you to come to, sorry, their store, to entice you to come to their store. But you couldn't physically have the thing in between what's flying around, where obviously our citizens go and basically go, as far as I'm aware, non-global one and just go with the shop version, but technically they have a kind of a global one, if you think about it, the merchants physically moving them around. But you couldn't have a go-to shop. You basically, if you contact the player, I can put it on the global for you if you don't want to come here, but you're gonna have to grab it quick. If it gets grabbed, you know, I haven't got a second one for you. If you want to take that risk. Okay, let's go left to right. So Banu, Defender. This is the ship that's supposed to be stored as well. One of these, I believe, is stored with the merchantman. I think you have to buy them separate though, but this is the ship that's supposed to fit into it. So this is again meant to defend the merchantman. So if you're looking for a perfect pair, merchantman and this baby. Meet the Banu Defender, a multi-crew fighter whose patchwork design highlights technology from a variety of species, featuring modest accommodations for its crew and easy access to components. Defender gets its name from the role it serves, the first line of defense against enemy attacks. That's why Defender makes the ideal companion, to the merchantman. One to do the heavy hauling and the other to perform the deadly dogfighting. So if you got a merchantman, more than likely, unless you hate this for some reason, you probably got this. Because the aesthetics for this was, if I'm not mistaken, the first brand new ship out is what the merchantman's been built off and expanded, obviously. Because as you can see, when these come out, this like, can I make it do it for you to show you? Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, flattens itself, that's why it was. So that's really cool. And technically, and again, this is a 2-player ship. It's supposed to be identical. And what I mean by that is right side, left side. If I pilot the right side, you're supposed to be the pilot just as equal on the left side. Okay, bed. I think the toilet's in the middle. Okay, I think this is supposed to open up and there's stuff in the middle. And I'm looking backwards, but yeah, I believe that opens up to have access to toilet or storage or something. I could be wrong, but the bed, and then left and right is exactly the same, and it's basically, you can see it's the same as that. This is basically, if I'm flying SupernovaTiffy, the idea again, I know it was broke at one point in the game. I don't know if it's fixed now or implemented, but the idea is if I'm flying this and Tiffy's in the back sleeping, I can fly the full ship, guns, everything. So she can be technically repairing things if she's not sleeping, if we're getting attacked. And then she can swap over and from the other pilot seat. So this looks like a little crab. It's really cool design. But again, this is another fighter. So other than the 2-player aspect, there's no real reason for me to have my fleet, because again, I have light fighters. I have, with the Hornet, I believe it's a medium fighter now, and of course I have the heavy fighters. So obviously, if I had a merchantman, I wouldn't mind maybe having this to fit in it perfectly. Okay, so we go left, didn't we? Okay, is this one of the blades or something? Yeah, the glaive. Not Banu, the Vandul, that's what I'm looking for words. One of the Vandals, that's what I'm looking for word. These have a bunch of levy, what the hell? Levy. A bunch of light and medium fighters, I believe. I don't think they've heavy out yet. Yeah, this is medium fighter. Glaive is a symmetrical version of the scythe. Generally flown by the Vandal with more combat experience, they are better armed and have 2 huge blades wings as opposed to the one standard scythe. If I'm not mistaken, again, put in the comments and correct me, I believe it's the scythe is the one that you've got to win Pirate Swarm. If you win Pirate Swarm, you have the option to buy the Pirate Gladius, and you have the option to buy the Pirate Caterpillar. If you win Vandal Swarm, you have the option to buy a scythe. But you only have the option when it actually appears, when it's on sale. So for example, now, if you were on today and you've had that one, it should show up for you to buy. And I also believe the scythe right now is given for free while you're a subscriber, at least the $20 subscriptions. What I want to talk about very quickly, I mentioned it multiple times in the past, but for people who haven't really watched my stuff or unaware, like I talked about putting 10,000 in the game to get the new F8 Lightning, for example, and people can put 1,000, and people are, oh my god, that's ridiculous. But it's not when you think about it logically. And what I mean by that, subscriptions. They have $10, $20, completely optional. You get some perks like Jump Week magazine, digital. You can read it each month. Again, the glaive. This is not the glaive, but basically a glaive. Sorry, not the glaive. This is the glaive. Sorry, the scythe. The scythe. The scythe ship you can use each month. You get some in-game money for reading Commander, that sort of thing. You know, I'm explaining this. I'm going to grab a drink because it's just going down, isn't it? And we'll look at that for you. So basically, stuff like this. Basically, a bunch of stuff. It helps for their programming. So where they do every Friday or Inside Sauce and stuff like that. Helps with all that stuff. But again, it's optional. You don't get anything in game specifically. And when I say in game specifically, you do get monthly hanger flare, as they call it. What could be anything from armor, it could be anything from a poster, yada yada. Some people debate certain hanger flares more worth it than other hanger flares, so that's not what the point of my explaining is. The point is, if the game, as people are very aware of, originally was kickstarted in 2012. And I can't remember exactly when the subscription started. If it wasn't 2012, it was 13 or at least 14. But the point I'm getting, and that's 8, 9 plus going on 10 years, depending when the subscription started. So if you've been backing since then and you've been subscribing since then, if you've done the 20-year one, it's roughly 5 plus something years. You've got over 1,000 in this game. That counts. Is that food he needs? Where's our food? Burrito. That counts, basically. If you've done the $10 ones, 8 plus years. In other words, anyone's been subscribing and not been stopping it because they want to support the game, have naturally got over 1,000. That's before you include the package you bought. That's before you include buying 2 or 3 ships. That's before you've bought your t-shirts. So to put an example for you, let's say you're a big Warcraft fan. You've been playing that since day one. You've been subscribing since day one. You've gone out, you've bought the original game. What was the game again? I was in Britain when it came out. But hypothetically, I believe games used to be $50 in America, so use that. You bought that for $50 in America, in Britain would have been 30 quid. Well, that's now imagine they've got a site that's remembering what this is. You subscribe for a month. Well, let go from Britain. That's 30. That's 50. I don't know how much were they with $9.99 back then. I'm not sure how much it is in America. So let's go from Britain. 30, add 10. Within the first month, you're 40 quid into the game. 2 months into the game now, you're 50. After what, the first 2-3 years, we got the first expansion. You bought that, it would have been like 1999. A few years later, you got another expansion. Do you see what I'm saying? How that's building up? You're a big Warcraft fan. You went to watch it at cinema. Now add that money to it. You bought some of the comics. Because again, you're a big Warcraft fan. There's a 20 quid here, there's 40 quid there. Before you know it, over the last 10 years, if you add everything you put towards Warcraft together, you're probably into 1,000, 2,000, 3 grand, 4 grand easy. And that can go with any hobby. You love Tomb Raider. Buying the games, buying t-shirts, buying the DVDs, buying models. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Star Citizen. The difference is it keeps it all in one area. If you're buying it officially through Star Citizen, it all gets added to the same account. So that's why there's players in this who put 10 grand in. It's not because they just bought imaginary ships. Yes, that is a good chunk of it. But every year they've bought merchandise from them. Wear the t-shirts proudly. They bought 3 t-shirts this year. What's that going to be? Probably like going back to dollars. Maybe $30, $60. That's $90 right there. They bought towels when they came out. You see what I'm saying? They paid to go to CitizenCon through Star Citizen. I think that was like $200 or $100 or something. Do you see how it adds up? We're getting this for you anyway. I believe they did it from underneath. So that's my point. So when you see someone's like, oh my god, they put $1,000. Oh my god, they put 10,000 on it. That's ridiculous. Well, if you take the argument of hobbies out of the thing, you buy bikes and buy other parts, you're into a few grand anyway. It's their hobby, it's their money, let them do what they want with it. But if you go off that alone and just think, well, it's not just ships. Yeah, there could be some accounts that just is, they never buy merchandise, they never buy anything. But most of the accounts, I see it there, that lower end. We may not be able to get into it, it's doing that thing again. Can't get into it, people, I'm sorry. Oh, no, it's coming down now. Can I get on there before it goes round for you? I think we just missed it. Maybe... Oh, there it is. There we go. Got there. There's just a beaut. So that's the thing with it, it's not just that. It's basically everything that you put into Star Citizen. As long as you're not going on the black market, obviously. If you're buying your shit through the black market, that doesn't go back into, it's not added to your account. But as long as you're buying it through Star Citizen, every penny you put towards it gets added to that Congress thing. There's loads of people like, oh, I can't believe it, I forgot Congress! Can you get out? Now you can see a little bit better. There we go. So yeah, having that money in the game doesn't make people stupid for doing it. It's their money, they can do what they want, and a lot of it comes from subscribing. Like, if you subscribe since day one, you're a Congress member, 100%, mate. You like it or not, you're a Congress member. If you've never stopped it since they started subscribing. This is one of the dropships, by the way. This is obviously, like I said, where I think the cargo is going to be beat by the starter one. But it could be close, and that's more. Even though it has more space, the one's more compact getting around, as you can see. You basically, I can attach it. Oh yeah. So you like in here, you're waiting. Can I get around so you can see me? Okay, that don't help. Okay, you can't get to see me for some reason. Looking at kind of too far into the ship to let me. Well, basically, I'm standing here, and then the idea is, you know, we're getting close. The alien technology has a shield here, by the way, so this can be open. And then you like, again, as you can see, this is a door, so it's shut normally, but you know, we're getting close, need boots to the ground, we unpack. I'm assuming these are going to work the same as the other dropships. The difference is you're standing, so your backpack will disappear at some point. And then the boots to the ground, go, 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 go! You know, etc. So if you really like, if you want a dropship and you like the alien aesthetic, then this is the baby for you. So again, it's 1, 2, so the 2 each one, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and they got the back 2, so 1, 2 here. So 4. So what's this, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. So that's 4. So it's 12 people could be in this. Is there any more? It's very bird-like, nesty-like. Oh, there's more here. So 12, what, 13, 14, oh, 15, 16. 16 of them then, plus the pilot. So yeah, I just want to get that out there for people who are aware. People who watch my channel and Sausage all the time are very aware of this because I've mentioned it multiple times. But that's the gist of, just because you have a lot of money in it, and all of it goes to backing them too, so maybe go a different area, like the subscription's supposed to go for the programming, the rest goes to development, but the point is it's helps them make this game bigger, badder, and Squadron 42, not just one game, remember, it's two. Bigger and badder. Like, I like the thing of this, and the height, you know, like, and it comes down, it's cool. Cool profile. But there's also everything you put into it. But anyone who's been subscribing since day one, and I talk about the $20 one, you're only 4+ years and you're Congress. If you've been subscribing for the 10, 8+ years. For the first 1,000 in the game, easy. And you're subscribing that, you probably bought merchandise on the way, so you probably got it a lot quicker. And on top of that, you've probably, like I said, bought summer ships, so they also do help, obviously. That's the biggest chunk, but still. Harnessing the power of next generation Zinni fighter systems, upgrade dual vector thrusters and daunting weapons package. Poro has crafted a fighter that retains the nimble dexterity and tight handling that the brand is known for. And that is a medium fighter. This is like the big brother to the ship I own. I think you can only get in there. I don't think this has a back. There may be a thing for cargo or something, but I don't think there is with this. But like I said, the alien ship's language is really cool. Is this a side one? I think this is a side one you get in. Zoom out so you can see it a bit better. So there we go. Alien technology, hence why it floats. So it makes them more cool and unique. Again, when these come out, I didn't really see any reason to get rid of my others or replace them, because again, Gladius is again special part wedding ship. Or explained that I think during this actual IE days, and I really like the Sabre, so I didn't really see a reason to replace because I've already got stuff here. And then the only reason I got the Hornet, I always wanted to get a Ghost Hornet, but I went with the other Hornet, the M2 thing, because we got the thing to make it military. And military weapons are supposed to, parts are supposed to be better upgraded than regular stuff. So I have one military straight ship because of the new MK2 Hornet. The rest of them technically are civilian versions, so the equipment isn't supposed to be quite as good. But that covers my medium fire, and apparently the Sabre might be medium fire where I would put it down as light, but I think it was just kind of stealth in the end. Light fighter, this is the Talon. This ship's really cool, so like if I did get one of these for looks, it's probably the Talon. The person who does the voicing of, as people call it, New Baggage, so the New Baggage lady, and she's, is it Tolly? In one of the events that does the Stanton attack event, not Stanton attack, Zinni Threat event, sorry, Zinni Threat. She might have been part of Stanton too, actually, but Zinni Threat at least. Apparently, this is her favourite ship in it. Once she got into Star Citizen, some players got together, and a YouTuber, I can't think, was it Board? No, it wasn't Board Gamer. I've gone blank of his name, so I apologise. You can put in the comments who I'm thinking of. But he basically, with his community, got her a computer, interviewed her, and she's like, I know she's a gamer, but she never played it, even though she was in it. And she played it, and now apparently she just live streams where she plays all the time, and I think this is her favourite ship. Oh, this is, I don't know if I'll be able to do it in here, but this generally has a button you press, and this becomes, so you can't see out, what's really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to do it in this version. Flight assist. Exit.
Should have seen it last year though.
Night. If I do the actions, probably flight systems or vehicle. Flight systems. Let's try flight systems. Cargo request. Gravity. And also, as you can see, it's VTO L2. Vehicle. No. Obviously, this isn't my ship, but if I had it outside, there is a button for it. Yeah, I don't think we can do it in this version. There's a button for it that literally makes this go. You can't see out. It's really cool. I was hoping I could show you, but ooh, is that it? That might be it.
Yeah. Is he wanting to buy something?
Did it work?
This is a friendly reminder that the Tobin Expo Center is a step-free environment. Please
I think that might be it, but it's not working.
Have an amazing day.
But they could be something completely different. I think most of the buttons work for this. What's quite cool. Eventually, we'll also do this. Okay, I can't get it to work. Well, again, if you rent it, it'll probably work once you fly it. Here we go, from the first person coming out. There we go.
Thank you for visiting New Babbage's Tobin Expo Center.
There we go.
Stands preeminent destination
Oh, that's
for
cool.
live events and exhibitions.
I think it's got one of the best in and outs of the ship. The town represents a continued effort to represent historical significance. Tavaran ship design, maneuverable single-seater combat ship with light armor but powerful directional phalanx shields. Oh yeah, there's a special shield to this, doesn't it? The Talon is made to strike first and strike hard before using shield to cover its escape. So if I'm remembering correctly, what that means is my mouse, where is it? There we go. It has a shield. Apparently, you can like move it forward for when it's fighting, then you can move it backwards. And hence why hence when you escape it. Basically, it's where you put the shield. I think it only goes like this. I don't think you do it from the side. I could be wrong. Maybe you can move it to size 2. But I believe at least you move it forward and back, and that goes half the ship. Obviously, so in other words, that you're really good at it at the front as you're fighting, as you're pulling away, get it in the back, or as you like it says, you escape them. So they're quite unique and probably tricky, but cool to master. This to do because there's 2 talents, isn't there? Yeah, it is I was going to say the strike version, the shrike version, however you say that word. Talon represents Ispen's continued effort to preserve historical significance. Yeah, we read that. A maneuverable single sheep. Yeah, like armor people. There are directional phalanx shields. The talent is made to strike first and strike hard while using the shields to cover escape. The infamous strike variant model is armed with additional internal missile racks. So again, if you want the missiles, get this baby. This baby. If you don't, get that baby. Okay, this is mine. This is the version I have. And I believe this actually came in one of the packages, because technically I have 4 game packages on my account, and this is one of the game packages, I believe. And the reason I got game packages for, because in the early days they all had to become game packages. And secondly, they haven't updated us on this, but they said things are basically the way they've last stated it until it's changed. They're supposed to be non-player characters. Basically, if every package I have, basically I have my package that's IVATOPIA, me, whatever, etc. Don't know why I went whatever, that sounded weird, but whatever. So it's me, and then I have a second package. I'm supposed to have some options with that. Option 1, create a successor to my main person. But basically, let's play it better. Basically, there's me, I own all my ships. Second package comes with this. I'm supposed to be able to take that off him and give it to me. Or I can use him as an alt. So in other words, I can have me and an alt on my... let's go with three people to be safe. Me and 2 game packages, each have a ship each. I can play them as alts through my account. In other words, I don't have to open extra accounts. Or I take the ships, they come with them, say he comes with that, and... so I just bought 2 of these for some reason. My alt comes with this, I take it off him, give it to me. My other alt comes with this, I take it off him, I give it to me. For argument's sake, I bought 2 of them when I didn't, I only have 1 of them. But I give it to me. Them 2 now can be customised just like I can be customised, and I can use one as a successor, meaning when the death of the spaceman happens and I actually die, this character does, all my stuff will be inherited with some kind of inheritance tax to my alt. Or I guess you call them, what do you call them alt at this point? I don't know if you would call them alt at this point, but my other character, he'll get them instead. So then I'm free to recreate this character, do what I want with him again. He'll get everything. And the other option is, the other character, I can have him as a customised non-play character. Meaning when I'm going around with my non-play character, instead of buying, hypothetically, here, let's say he's non-play character I can hire. He looks like this. With my version, I can customise him. This version, he will look this way, I can't customise him. He'll come with some whatever stats, yada yada, can't customise him, he'll look this way. My version, I'll be able to customise him to look like me, to look like Joe Blogs here, to look like Timmy here. I don't like you Timmy, but look like you. To look like anything I want. That was initial thought. This was put down in 2013, people, the article about this. They've never really updated this since. They've never said it's gone away. They've never updated it, so as far as we know, that's what they're going to do still. People have asked for clarification, and they said we haven't really looked into it, so we're not denying we're going to do it, we're not confirming yet. So right now, that stands until they turn around and say, yeah, we've looked at non-player characters, and boom, we're not going this direction there. The other thing, what I do think they have said, it has changed, people just call it agent smithing. Basically, I created this guy with my thingy, he's in my ship, say that's play. I think that's SupernovaTiffy for some reason. She wants to play with me. I'm in Stanton. She's in Nix. She could log in and get her permission, and she could teleport into this character. And apparently, we're flying. I don't know. The Banu over there, the Banu defender, and that he's in my ship. She gets to control him for this session for me and stuff. I don't believe she'll get any rewards for doing this other than playing with me, but there's nothing stopping me at the end of the day going boom boom, thank you for playing with me, here's my wallet, let me begin trade and send to your actual character some money for helping me this session if I want. And then she can leave, but I believe they've talked about the agent smithing thing has been removed, or no longer the plan, should I say, because it never was in, was it? It's no longer the plan. So I think that aspect's gone. But everything else I spoke about, they haven't, as far as I'm aware, I've denied any of that at this point. It's still set. The only thing, the smithing thing's been removed, or plan gone, different direction. But everything else I said is still set right now. But as I said, that doesn't mean tomorrow they don't come out and, oh, we're going to look at non-player characters now. And remember, non-player characters aren't on the roadmap for 1.0. They'll be after 1.0 comes out now. That's the only thing where they've changed. But there's nothing, unless they come out tomorrow and say, oh, non-player characters aren't going to be able to do this anymore. The packages aren't going to be linked to this anymore. Because, again, if you're a Congress member and you've hit the first 1,000, you now have a free game package. You can melt all your game packages, basically, if you want. But to me, I haven't done that, because technically that will give me more money back into the game that I can use towards something else, because I'm still, until they give me confirmation or decide it's going against this, these game packages are going to be non-player characters that I can customise. Yes, I also have to hire them and pay them with in-game money, just like I would have to random guy here, but the difference is I can customise them. And I can make one, I've never wanted to do that particularly, but I can make one as an alt. But that's about the options as of now. Will they change it tomorrow? Don't know. Will they change it here? I don't know. But until they've changed it, that's basically what their plan is. And if they change it and ain't doing any of that, then yeah, I'll probably melt them packages at that point to free up some real money to put towards a new ship or something or whatever. But right now, I have equivalent, if I'm not mistaken, 4 game packages, not including the Congress version. So really, I could get rid of them 4 if I want. But all of them packages as well have Squad 42 attached to it too. Okay, I feel this episode's been a lot longer than I expected. A lot more explaining things instead of just focusing on these. Oh, I didn't get in it for you, did I? Fudge. I apologise. I apologise. Again, Light Fighter. This one changed too. This is one of the few reasons why they're trying to keep the basic concept the same now. Because this originally was a 2-seater. When this was advertised, this was a 2-seater ship. And I got this for thinking, oh, I could use this as a side racer. Because the way the ship's... I'm trying to explain it better, because I think the words are I'm going to say the word wrong. Voltals. Basically, the way the engines are. These ships are super unique. It's the first one that had it. You can change to basically... There's 2 ways of flying. There's coupled and decoupled. These are only in decoupled mode. You cannot do coupled with these. Normal ships, they're all like, you know, go left, right, and then decoupled you can go up, down, basically 6 degrees, etc. These are possibly one of the most manoeuvrable ships in the game because of the decoupled that it's default in, because of the way the engines manoeuvre around. Hopefully I'm explaining that correctly for you, or so you can understand. This was supposed to be a 2-player ship, but because of that, it's supposed to be a good racer, especially for corners and stuff. And it's supposed to be a very light fighter, so I saw this as... I can take it out, explore a little bit, pepper people a little bit and get out of there. I'm not planning the ship to kill other ships. This is for me to annoy you, this is for me to delay you so I can escape, or to delay you for someone like SupernovaTiffy to show up, or if I'm defending a ship, to delay you so that ship can get away. So you can't kill it because you're too busy getting annoyed shooting at me. But I don't plan to go, yeah, I'm going to take this out, I'll be killing Hornets. I don't plan that. And also be used as an extra side race, so that's the way I saw this. And the fact there's only 2 players, so Tiff could join me with it. Obviously, as you can see, the 2-player aspect got removed, and because of that reason, they've talked about they don't want to do that anymore with ships. The concept completely changes. They're making another ship at this point. They're more focused on, if this is what it's supposed to be, it's going to have it. And I think it's also the reason why you got some of these slightly bigger medium ships and stuff. I don't know if that's a 2-player ship either at this point, but I know I think there is a ship that might be, and they've added it because of this one, or they're talking about adding because of this one. You know, the one at the bottom, for example, what we already looked at earlier today in the concept phase, one of them might be 2 players. I'm sure I heard something that one of them was going to be, because it would be a medium or a heavy fighter versus being a light like this. So there's any Poro Corporation manufactures an export model of the Q Kayak, again butchering names, the Q Ally, for sale to human citizens as dedicated scout explorer. The export model features the same as any maneuvering rig, that's what I was talking about with the thruster things, but control stuff is modified for human use and more limited armament. So the alien version of this is supposed to have obviously better guns. Our version made for us does not. Okay, back to the Vandul. This is the blade, because there's 2 of them. The Sci-Fi basically has one like blade on one side and the other one doesn't. Okay, light fighter. Again, that's why I said that obviously there's going to be heavy fighters. There's a lot of ships in Squadron that we've not seen for the Vandul, but I don't believe there's a heavy one out for us to access yet. Because their actual biggest capital ship is bigger than our human biggest capital ship, what's a Javelin, for example. These light fighters, was that Designate, Blade? Designate? Basically, I think it's trying to say, basically, it's called a Blade. Are often used by Vandal as scouts and first wave assault crafts. They have also served well as skirmisher units due to their speed, allowing them to chase down any ship attempting to flee the area. For some decades, United Empire of Earth aggressor squadrons have operated replica blade fighters produced under exclusive contract to Esperia. Because if I'm not mistaken, the original Kickstarter you could get, I don't think it was a blade, it may be, I can't remember, it might be the Scythe. But you could get a version of the Vandal ship, and apparently the lore version was they found one of their carriers and they had a bunch of them in it, and then players were lucky enough, sold it to the civil market to buy them. So they're the only real Vandal alien ships in the game when they went out for them original lucky players who did that. But they had done replicas since, and of course these are the replicas, etc. As you can see, they look very aggressive. We're not supposed to know too much about Vandal, but one thing they do know, they're not united. Or at least that's our impression of them. We can get in through the back, don't we? There. And what I mean by that is they're kind of in, what do you call it? Guilds, I guess, organisation, tribes, whatever word you want to use for them. But basically, don't know exact numbers. But hypothetically, for argument's sake, say there's 100 tribes out there, and they all have their own goals and achievements. So in other words, while we're out there fighting this war with Vandal, theoretically, we might be fighting 5-6 tribes who are united together against us, and the other 90 may want nothing to do with us, for example. Or we might be in there, every tribe's full-on war fighting us together, we don't know. But the point is, they have their own goals and stuff, so if Tribe A is attacking us, it may not necessarily be what Tribe B will be doing. And they're quite vague because we don't know a lot about them, because it's the first time we're really in war with them. So you never know, down the line we might find out there's some real peaceful Vandal out there. But right now, as far as the humans are concerned, Vandal are the enemy. And Squadron's going to give us a lot more insight to the Vandal, hopefully, when that's finally out. Okay, that's every ship about the bloody middle. If I'm not mistaken. We've done them all now, except for the middle ship. Also, this is their version of a starter ship. We did the stuff. Yep. This came out last. No. Dead player. Should have drank. Maybe his bottles just handed couldn't. Okay, the Gatac manufactured cargo. The Sullen cargo vessel has been artfully crafted. And also, before when it says a starter ship, this is what dispenses inside the starter ships. Basically, this isn't an Aurora price. This is, I think this is more like, again, I haven't double checked, but I believe it's like $80, maybe $70. So this is more the high-end starter ships. So if you get in the game and you really like this aesthetic as you start, then go for it. But this is a higher end version. This isn't a $40 Aurora or $20 ES Aurora or whatever. The Sullen cargo vessel has been artificially created by the renowned House Gatac to be well suited for both human and Zinni pilots. With refined agile frame, the Sullen lends itself to ferrying potent deliveries across the universe, or as ideal ship for those making their transport career debut. Sorry, mate. Now you see the way this lands is very unique. But I think, again, if I'm remembering wrong, I think it takes off this way, and then when you go into flight, it will fly straight. As in, this top, it will be down here and go. But it takes off this way. I think this is the only one right now, unless I'm mistaken, the only one in game right now that takes off like this and then straight. So the only one has its own specific landing gear. But I think Europe here, as you land like a rocket, going backwards. So I believe players who play the user ship have said they have to get used to the way it takes off and lands. What's this thing specifically for? Maybe this is a cargo grid, I don't know. But anyway, as you see, it's got the special steps again. Boom, boom, boom. This is very unique, and this is why I say this might have a bigger cargo. Correct myself. A bigger innards than the Prowler, but there's a toss-up because that's a lot more space. Where the innards are this, as you can see, it's very tight. I think it has 3 floors. If you lift here, you have. I'm assuming that is a. I was going to say it could be a bed for the actual aliens, but I'm assuming it's just a armor locker. So there's an armor locker here. So when you get down, I think there's a weapons locker or rack even. So when you get down here, you grab your stuff and get boots on ground, etc. Okay. See, it's got their language. So is this the floor we're on? Assuming it is. This one. So bottom floor. So 1, 2, 3 floors. So 3 floors, like I said. So on this floor, you got your nice, your toilet paper, your toilet. Same for the humans. Obviously, this is the alien version. Wouldn't have that, but they've kept the alien, as you can see, symbols and stuff. What's this? Oh, a little table to stand at. So you want to eat your food. There's your bed. And look, it's got a nice like marble type wall thing. That's also awesome. Did I just go down? Come back. I need to use you. Oh, hello. Can you step out, please? Probably we're having a fashion show now, mate. Wow, rude much? You could have stepped out then, so I could get on. And here's the cockpit. And of course he's getting a seat. Okay, we're just going to see how the seat works. Go up, mate. See? So you get to see from different angles. I think it's quite neat he came. See that? Like, that's awesome. Isn't it? Well, see, up here is basically the cockpit. And this is where the parts are. As you can see while he does his thing. This is where the parts are and that. Obviously, like that can stand there without dying if he does his thing. Yeah. So I'm going to go here. But can I have a look quick? Just have a little peek. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Then it's supposed to be a single player ship. So hopefully he will come down and I can jump in there and show you very quickly. It was cool he went up to see that part. What did you use? What does that? Did it bring him back down? No. Come on, mate. I might have to cut away here and then cut back when he jumps back down at this point. Or he's just extending my video for no reason. It was nice he went up there first, because we got to see it from this angle. I don't normally get to do that. Yeah, I'm going to cut away and come back when he's come down. So, see you in a second, people. Alright, mate. Oh, back. As you just seen, he just came flying down. I'll step to the side, mate. So you can get through, past. There we go. It wasn't that long. I literally wrote it down 59 minutes and he came down. You gonna go down? No? Okay, fine. I was worried he was going to be up there for like 5-10 minutes or something. I literally stopped the episode and started writing 59 My 9 looked bad, so I crossed it out, hit 50, and then came down. There we go. So that's what he just did. So as I'm saying, very different effect. Because look, I'm looking straight up. And you would take off straight upwards, and then you would change the mode and actually fly straight. So very different. Some players probably, this is probably going to be a ship you love or hate. This is Marmite basically. Some players are going to absolutely love it. Love the way it looks, love the way it flies. You know, have to get used to the way it flies and lands. And some players are going to absolutely hate the look of it and hate the way it takes off and flies. But you see, it's, dare I say it, one of the most beautiful outside of ships in the verse. With all the markings and stuff, wouldn't you say? Looks like marble. Obviously it's not marble, but it kind of looks like marble on the outside. Just absolutely wow. But again, the role this takes, cargo, starter ship. I have my Aurora, I have my Freelancer for cargo, if you go on small under cargo. I have a Mercury. I have light fighters already. I don't really have anything in my fleet for this. Or then, like I said, if it was cheaper, you know, 30, 40. Yeah, maybe. I'll be in 70, 80. I kind of want to have a role in my fleet, so to speak. So.
Ready to experience the exotic? Step beyond the everyday.
Oh, there from that angle. See that? That's so cool. That's one cool thing with today, at least. You got to see someone else go in it. So from that angle, you got to see me go up in it, and then from the top in it. That's really cool. Obviously, I don't know what would have happened if I stood here while he was up there, if he could come down on me or not. And of course, because of the interior, you can obviously technically have another player walking around, even in the bed, whatever. You can be up here off, apparently there's space for him to be fixing things for you. You know, it is a single player ship, really. But this is why I'm saying it's very compact interior, but because there's 3 floors and the way they designed it, getting around it takes longer than the Prowler. The Prowler's very open. That's why I'm saying it's a toss-up. Who has the biggest, or at least the better interior? Better interior, I think this one hands down. The biggest. There might be more squareage on the Prowler, but because of the different stuff in this. Anyway, we actually gone to 1 hour 2 minutes because of everything I said. Explaining, so I'd expect that. So probably won't have that stuff on the end. If we do manage to have time to do it, and I do manage to somehow do it in like 20-30 minutes, maybe we'll put it at the end. But if not, we've got an hour episode, and now my throat's funny, of course it is. Sorry about that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, please subscribe, please tune next time in IVATOPIA, and come back. Oh god, what's wrong with you, mate? We'll do a little dance, make a little laugh, get down tonight. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. So tune in, hopefully, tomorrow for day 5. I'm in IVATOPIA. Please like, subscribe, that good stuff, and watch more on the channel. And again, got any comments or any questions, put it in the comment section. And if I know the answer at some point, I'll get back to you. If not, like and subscribe. See you next time, everyone. Bye.